Hello, right, today I am doing a video on ozone generators. I saw a video on YouTube and decided I wanted to make one, which I haven't, so don't get too excited. But I wanted to know the basics behind them. What better way than to buy one? They're very cheap. I'm going to have to zoom out here. Always go the wrong way. This one cost me, it was something like £4 from China. Obviously took about a week to get here. Basically what you do, this one actually runs up to 300 volts. Plug it in and you can probably see there's sparks in there, and that is producing ozone. Right, now all that is inside that, obviously I had to buy two because I had to pull one apart. And here is what is inside. We have a small board. On that board is a full wave rectifier using the diodes. If the camera's going to focus on it, which it doesn't seem to want to, which is just great, always handy. There you go, you can just about see it. A tiny transistor there. A couple of capacitors, and then obviously a small flyback. Now I wasn't really too sure how these run, and the way it actually works is there is no connection between this glass tube. This actually has a thin piece of wire through it, and it doesn't actually connect to this end. If you put a meter across it, there is no continuity. But how these ones actually work is on capacitive coupling, so it's sort of basically just like a glass capacitor of a sort, using high frequency, high voltage. Now when I first got this mesh went closer to each end, but I thought I'll shorten it so you can actually see there is nothing touching from one wire to the other. There's no physical join whatsoever. And we've got it hooked up to the variac, and I shall turn it on. Got my foot switch somewhere about here, and you can see that is making corona and making ozone. Well, there's lots of people that say oh, ozone's bad. There's lots of people that say oh, ozone's good. Personally, I'm a high voltage freak. There's nothing better than the smell of high voltage in the morning. Hence the reason I wanted to make a ozone generator. If I actually take these apart, I'm going to have to get something which is partially insulated, because I don't really want to be touching it, because it's going to give me a bit of a shock even though it's not very powerful. Which I didn't come very prepared, so I should just try and do it with a screwdriver to try and show you. Right, I shall turn it on, and then you'll sort of see the small amount of power. So as you can see, that is on, and there's actually almost no arcs coming from that whatsoever. That is such small amount of power that's going through that. I mean, it is quite ridiculous. It's so hard to make an arc. You can't see that again. Yeah, there is literally no arc, so it is all on the capacitive coupling, which is sort of one of the things I wanted to learn on. Obviously, if I was going to make one, how I needed it to, how I needed it to work. So you don't need physical connections. It is literally air gap. I don't know whether these are pressurized or vacuum, these little tubes, but I've seen these running open. So it's just a glass tube. I'm not sure if it's glass or it'll be quartz or some description. So yeah, that's one thing. Now the other thing, just gonna go out a little bit. As I said earlier, high voltage freak, nothing better than the smell of ozone in the morning. So I went onto eBay. Okay, you can all see how to unlock my tablet. And I bought myself one of these. It is a 12 volt with LED, ozone, generator, mini oxygen bar, air purifier, car cleaner in black. The seller is, you're going to be loving this, Wang A Ho store. Wang A Ho, okay. And I bought 3, as you do. Obviously, one has to be took apart. The second one was for me, and the second one was for Ant. So I thought, you know, great. Well, they turned up this morning, and if I can get to the description, it'll give me, it gives all these pictures and how it works, and it tells you how compact and exquisite ultralight ozone, air vitamin beneficial to your health, works on 12 volts, produces 3 milligrams per hour, so not very much, but it says it can dramatically remove poisonous gases, cigarette smoke, odours and allergens. The effect can be seen. It actually says this: please light a cigarette if you want to test the effect. The smog will be absorbed gradually. Then it means the item works well. Well, this is what I'm here to show you. I'm going to turn that off because I can see that light keep flashing, and it's doing my nutting. So I get this, and obviously I take it apart to have a look what's inside it. And much to my surprise, I find a little bit of a circuit board. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that very well. Might need a bit of light. Let's try and get a bit of light over here. It's not going to work much better. If I put it up like that, there we go. So basically we have an LED on the end, a resistor and a transistor, and that was the minus, the negative, positive terminals there and there, and around the LED, which I seem to have actually lost at the moment, is a piece of gauze. And when you plug it into the cigarette lighter, it looks just like the effect given from one of these type ozone generators. So you think, yeah, great. But when you look at this a little bit more closely, there is no high frequency, no high voltage, and if you can see that board, those 3 dots is where there's a transistor. That transistor goes to absolutely nothing. So all you actually have is an input, plus goes to a resistor, to an LED, from the LED back to the negative. So they are scamming little bastards. There is no way you are going to get any ozone from this. Do not buy one hoping to get that. Now they've offered me a refund, and I've said no, I don't want a refund. I'm going to report you to eBay. You know, this isn't right. People that are thinking they're getting something they're not. You know, a lot of people have actually bought these, and I found no bad feedback for them. So I'm just turning my variac down, even though it's off. I've actually seen no bad feedback for them. So people are being fooled into thinking because they can see a little blue light with a bit of gauze around it that they're getting what they're paying for. So I've said I don't want my money back. I want it took off the store, and it's been reported to eBay. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, don't. And sorry bro, there's not really much point me sending you an LED in the post, because I'm sure you've probably got enough already. So thanks for watching, and don't be fooled by these things. I shall try and find another one on eBay that does actually work in the car and produce ozone. If I do, I shall make another video. Thanks for watching.